Hey gardeners, Mr. Berthium here. I'm gonna show you all the things happening in the garden and everything we're gonna be working on this spring. So let me just give you a quick tour, show you some highlights, projects, things. All right, we're gonna start right here. This is a big planting area that we've been growing cover crops on. I thought I told you about cover crops. We got some oat and some vetch. And this is old arugula here that's all in bloom. Looks beautiful. And here's some more vetch down here, but we're gonna be chopping all of this stuff up, making compost out of this, and then planting into the planting beds with our seedlings, which I'll show you later. By the way, Gael, you remember planting these seeds along the fence here? This is what your seeds look like now. They are really growing great. Beautiful cover crop. Right under here are our strawberries. This is last year's strawberries. They don't look all that great. So I think what we'll do is we'll clean this up, maybe save some of these strawberry plants, but plant some new strawberries in here. That's one thing to do. Here's another area in the garden planted with cover crops, so we'll be chopping all of this stuff up. This stuff we don't eat. This is fixing nitrogen into the soil, putting nutrients into the soil. And we're gonna take that and make some nice compost with it. And then we'll plant our seedlings in here. So these are looking great. This is a big job. And then down here, I think we're gonna be planting some potatoes in here. So we'll bring in some potato spuds and I'll show you how to plant potatoes, and those should be ready by the end of the school year. We'll have some French fries. Right here, we got our stinging nettle. This stuff makes a great tea, but if you touch it, it will sting you. So this is kind of getting out of control here. So we're gonna have some people pulling out, some brave souls who don't mind getting stung by the stinging nettle. We'll have some protective gloves and stuff, and we'll take some of that stuff out. That's a fun job. Look at all of this parsley. Yum. These are our rose bushes, and you can see there's not many blooms on them. We have one rose here, nice white rose, but we do have some baby roses coming, some buds. So what's cool is over the weeks you'll see this thing start to bloom, and beautiful smelling roses we have here, white and yellow. All right, we got these plants. These are geraniums, but they don't really flower too much, so they're not very decorative. So I'm gonna get them out of here. We're gonna plant these actually in the garden in a place that will be in the dirt and will provide a nice windbreak to protect other plants. But we don't want them here, so that's a good job. 6 plants, 6 plantings right into the garden. And down here we have arugula, and we got some, these are some lettuce that are growing in. It's beautiful red leaf lettuce. So we'll be harvesting this, and maybe you can take some of that stuff home and cook up with it. Make a salad. Look at this. Butter crunch lettuce. Or we could make a salad here in the garden too, with some dressing. And then we'll be planting some seedlings into this planting bed. Look at this lavender, you guys. It's off the chain. So beautiful, smells great. And we can harvest this stuff and make beautiful bouquets with them. We're starting to get a lot of flowers in the garden now, so you can take some home to your folks, earn some brownie points with your folks by bringing back some of that lavender. I think we also might try to make some lavender soap or lavender salve, like a lotion or something. We can do a lot with lavender, make lavender tea. So we'll learn what to do with lavender. This planting area needs some flowers. So our seedlings are almost ready to go in here. I'll show you the seedlings later, but we'll be planting a bunch of flowers in here so that it'll look really, really nice when people come in and hang out in the garden. You can imagine a bunch of flowers right there. Beautiful. All right, I think we had some students planting some garlic in December, and you can see our garlic's coming in pretty good. So we'll be leaving that alone, fertilizing it when we need to. We also have some carrots that I'm protecting. You can see from the birds. The birds like to eat the carrots. Carrots are a couple weeks away, so in a couple weeks we'll be harvesting those carrots. Over here in this planting bed is also ready for seedlings. All we have in here is a little bit of chamomile and these red leaf lettuce and this arugula. So we're gonna clear that out. Look at all the space we have to put new plants, broccoli and I don't know, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. What else? More lettuce. All right, these are our compost piles. You guys have seen these. A lot of you have worked with these compost piles. We got some fresh compost ready to go, and that's gonna go right into this planting bed. Once we clear all this out, we'll put some compost in here, give lots of nutrients to the plants. All right, those folks that like construction, I think we're gonna fool with this this table here. It's right now on these sawhorse things. I think we're gonna lower this a little bit and make a new kind of table. We use the top, but we'll make some new legs for this table. So that'll be a good construction job for folks that like to saw and drill and hammer and stuff like that. All right, here's our lemon tree coming in good. And we got some beautiful borage that the bees like. But if you look under here, we see that there's a grass, beautiful ornamental grass here that needs to be transplanted. So we'll be taking that out, and I think we're gonna transplant it by the pond because that's where most of our grasses are. All right, I just came in today and it looks like somebody left us that looks like a baby Christmas tree, right? So I don't know what the heck we're gonna do with that. We'll probably find a place to put it in the garden or maybe in the front. I don't know, but that's a planting job for somebody. It'll be good. I just want to show you the apples coming in. We don't actually have apples yet, but if you look, the buds are starting to break on here. I mean, they're starting to burst out. And here we see some flower, almost flowering. So where you see a flower, you're gonna get an apple. So all of our apple trees are just starting to poke out. We call that a bud break, when the buds here start to bust out of their little cases. All right, coming up on the ponds, you can see we got the upper pond here, and then we got the lower pond. The lower pond has some fish in it. But what I want to do is come in here. We have a water pump right here, and we're going to pump some water that comes into the middle of the pond and creates like a fountain effect. So I really want some help designing and building that. That'll be really fun. Somebody can get in the water and do that. And up top, same thing. There's this little water pump that pumps water, but I want to get like a fountain, some kind of artsy thing. It'll look really cool for people. If you look over here, I got two plants, these kind of gray-green plants that are kind of buried between the lavender and these bulbs and this tree. So I'm gonna have somebody dig those up, and we're gonna put them into a different spot in the garden. Spot that's better for color and works better with the color and works better with the size and everything, and gets them out of there. They need to be out where people can enjoy them. Right now they're kind of hidden, don't you think? All right, for folks that just like to get a good workout, we got this whole pile of wood chip mulch, which we're gonna spread into the garden, into our pathways. So that's good for folks that just like to do some lifting and some moving. I'm just gonna move that pile. And then we have another pile here of other mulch, which we're also gonna move into different spots. So plenty of places for people to earn their PE hours in this class for sure. Okay, as we go into the greenhouse, we don't have much going on in the greenhouse, but we have a lot of seedlings that I'm getting ready inside, and we're gonna bring all those seedlings out here. So in the next couple of weeks, this place will be covered with seedlings. And those are baby plants, by the way. It's gonna be really nice. And then here we have some cuttings of some geraniums. Actually, I think these are Katie's cuttings. They're still looking good, Katie. And we'll transplant these into bigger pots. That'll be a good one. These are scented geraniums. They smell all different kinds. Beautiful. Another project that for people that like projects is to fix this netting. This bird netting is kind of out of control here and disheveled and all over the place. So somebody could come in here and really clean that stuff up, really look nice, make a nice entrance, easy to get in and out, and keep the birds out at the same time. All right, you guys, I'm in school and wanted to show you in my room all the plants, all the seedlings we got growing here. Look at this, all these peppers, hot peppers, sweet peppers. We got lettuce. We got Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cilantro and dill. Come down here, we got thyme, which is an herb. We got some flowers, bachelor buttons. We got quinoa, ancient grain. These are marigolds, nice flower. We got some onions right here, parsley. Let's see, lettuce in the back. These are African daisies. This is a lobelia, a nice flower. These are, oh, these need some water. These are cosmos, beautiful flowers. Onions right here. This is kale and Swiss chard. More flowers, amaranth. But that's not all, you guys. We come over here. We got even more. We got lobelia, calendula. More flowers. This is basil. Beautiful basil coming in nice. We got celery. Oh, this is chamomile, makes a nice tea. These are all kinds of poppies. And then over here we got even more onions and some more flowers. So all of these guys are either gonna be transplanted into bigger pots, big pots, or put into our garden, into those planting areas I showed you, or we're gonna sell them to staff at school. And maybe you can even take some home for your garden too. Plenty of stuff. Look at all these beauties. So that's a wrap up of some of the projects we got. Every week new projects come up. I notice things. It's like, oh, it's time to take the nets off of the trees, or it's time to prune this tree, or it's time to weed this area, or it's time to plant these things. So things are always moving. It's all project based, it's all hands-on. There's gonna be no written work. You don't have to worry about anything like that. We got other stuff too to do in the garden, the other garden near the entrance of school, in the front entrance. There's all kinds of stuff we can do. We could go to the middle school and do some gardening. So that's the deal. It's gonna be great. 2-hour slots, you come in, work for 2 hours, and that's your credit for 2 Zoom classes. So you come in here, work for 2 hours. We're on Zoom, I think Thursday and Friday together as a class. And that's our week, nice and easy in gardening. Can't wait to have you guys on campus. It's gonna be so sweet. We'll get to see each other in person. We'll make friends, have a good time, listen to music, maybe cook up some food, tell some jokes, and beautify our beautiful school here. For when kids come back, they're gonna appreciate all the work that we've done, and you're gonna appreciate it because you did something that you can show people and be proud of. Pretty sweet. Okay, y'all, let me know if you have questions. Bye.